You see it everywhere. The issue is him. The problem is them. Cancel it all. And the common takeaway for most people is, wow, they must really dislike us. But what if that intense emotion you're seeing isn't actually real? What if it's not genuine anger, but a performance? Because on social media, reaction brings attention, and attention brings validation. It's not hate, it's a strategy. And once you see the game, you can't unsee it. Scroll through your feed for just a minute. You'll notice the same pattern repeating itself over and over. Someone posts something relatively mild like, "He doesn't listen." It gets 100 likes. The next post is a bit sharper, and it gets 500. By the third one, it's a long, detailed story about unfair treatment, and suddenly it has thousands of shares. This isn't because they're getting angrier. It's because it works. The system is designed to reward emotion, not truth. Engagement, not empathy. It pushes whatever triggers the strongest reaction. And the simplest, most reliable emotion to trigger is tension. It's not activism. It's performance art. It's like a stage play. The story feels real, but the script is written for views. I've spoken to people who quietly admit they don't even agree with everything they post online. But their online world, their digital tribe, expects it. Their very sense of belonging depends on it. You either match the tone of the group or you fade into the background. If you show compassion, they call you too soft. Show empathy, you're labeled naive. So they adapt. Not out of genuine dislike, but out of a need for social survival. It's not a conviction. It's conditioning. They're not villains. They're performers. And their stage is the screen in your hand. But every act, every performance comes with a cost. When you fake emotions long enough, you start to lose touch with your real ones. Tenderness begins to feel risky. Love feels like just another strategy. Empathy feels outdated, like an old-fashioned tool that no longer works. They build these walls around themselves for protection, and then one day they realize they're standing all alone inside them. Online, they look confident and unshakable. Offline, they feel completely isolated. I've seen people who are so gentle and kind in private, but become guarded and defensive in public because softness no longer feels accepted or safe. And pretending you don't need anyone is the quickest way to lose yourself. And here is the biggest irony of all. The exact same emotional distance that was once criticized in one group is now being celebrated in another. Being cold is reframed as being strong. Being detached is seen as being smart. Mockery is passed off as just being funny. But that's not empowerment. That's armor. And armor that you never take off eventually turns into a cage. And then everyone starts to mirror it. We all act indifferent. We stop allowing ourselves to feel. We stop trusting each other. We become two sides of the same play, speaking different lines but sharing the same heavy silence. So here's the truth that's hard to swallow. The divide we see online, it isn't real. It's engineered. It's a product. Conflict spreads much faster than connection, so the system sells noise because peace simply doesn't trend. A post saying, "I love my partner," might get 50 likes, but a post saying, "They always disappoint," can get 50,000. We're not actually opponents. We're content. And every single time we react, we feed a machine that profits from our misunderstanding. Drama sells faster than empathy, and noise is the new currency. But slowly, very slowly, the act is starting to fall apart. People are getting tired. They're tired of pretending, tired of performing roles that don't fit who they really are. More and more people are quietly admitting they don't actually dislike anyone. They just don't know how to say that online without being attacked. And more of us are realizing you can't argue with a performance. You can only stop being the audience. The only real move you have is to walk away from the play. So here's the ultimate truth. Most people don't reject each other. They're just caught in a relentless loop that rewards image over honesty. But you can choose differently. You can choose to reward truth, not tension, connection, not conflict. Because once you stop reacting to the act, you start seeing the real person standing behind it. The divide, it was never real. It was just a show, and that show is almost over. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this. Take care.